Hello neighbours, it's Unit SP02 here and I'm talking Titanfall. Yes, the DLC pack was out yesterday, the 14th, on both Xbox One and PC. Included within this DLC are 3 new maps, one called Swampland, Runoff and War Games. I've had a quick spin in all 3 and I've tried to capture some gameplay. I've had a pretty busy few days at work, so with the release being yesterday, I've had a great deal of time to get my teeth into these new maps. As you will see, looking at my level, I haven't actually had much time to get into the game, but that's another story for another time. Today I'm talking about DLC and updates, both about 3 gigs for me, for both the DLC and for the updates that are now included. Okay, let's talk the maps. Swampland, it seems quite a large map when you first play it. It seems almost quite flat. I mean, it's like a forest-based map. With obviously they includes trees and it's high foliage and they've got like the odd hills and rocks and stuff with buildings, but it's quite flat. It feels quite flat to me. Very, very open. There are a lot of lines of sight, a lot of angles where you can flank. It kind of it can be bad for both Titan and Pilot, I think. You don't want to be in the open. You don't want to be running from one side of the map to the other. Put it that way. You want to be sort of holding an area, so to speak, because yeah, you can be murdered. Murdered sounds dramatic. You can be killed off quite quickly. And the second map, Runoff. I didn't mind this map, Runoff. To be fair, there's really it's really multi-leveled. Like you can play on the ground. You can basically travel from one side of the map to the other, whether you're on any floor. It's pretty versatile in that sense. I think the key to actually dominating a game in that particular map would be to actually know the map itself. I think it's going to be quite a high map to actually know. Yes, and the third, which I think is the most exciting map I've always called War Games. It just seems like it's a bit more close quarters, a bit more action-packed. It's a little bit similar to Angel City, and it's basically set as being a simulator. You're in a training ground. That's basically what the map represents. Even when you're spawning into the game, it takes you through a simulation of sorts. So they're the map packs. Now I also got the season pass, so that's the price of the season pass was like 30 quid more. I can't remember off the top of my head. So you're saving £5 with the season pass. But so to buy the map packs outright, I think it's $10 is what it says. So $10 for 3 maps, and all you're getting is 3 maps. I'm not sure about this. I mean, it's their first DLC, so you can't expect it too much, but. Yeah, the maps, I think they're quite similar to other ones, like for example Runoff is similar to Demeter, War Games is similar to a few different map types. Swampland, I suppose, it seems a little bit fresher, it seems a little bit different, but whether I actually like the map or not, I'm not 100% sold. I'm going to play a little bit more and see if I can get the grips with it a bit better and take it from there. Okay, the other download that I encountered was for updates. They've updated quite a bit so far. I mean, it needed to. It was lacking a lot of customizations. It was just lacking user interface a little bit. Like, for example, now you can name your classes, just simple things like that. It gives you a last game scoreboard, so at the end of the game, you can go back to your last scoreboard and see what you kind of did. It's more in-depth with statistics now. It shows you a bit more in-game statistics on certain elements. Excuse me, and it's incorporated private matches now, so you can actually grab a group of your buddies and play some. Excuse me, sorry, and then play a private match with them. So I mean, stuff like that. It's not too bad. They've also changed a few elements in game. So now, once you eject from your Titan, it decreases the amount of damage you do once you eject. But on the flip side of that, if you set nuclear as one of your profiles, that will actually increase damage now. So they've nerfed one and they've buffed the other. So that's fair enough. And another element is, obviously, if you lose a game, you have an option to escape via the escape pod ship, whatever you want to call it. Now Titans can't do damage to it. They can't actually damage it because a lot of the time Titans will just shoot the hell out there and get like 3 kills because they've shot down the ship. But pilots will get XP for shooting. So they're kind of trying to get a bit of balance into the game. Another update is they've obviously, as you'll notice, added new game modes. Some of them being CTF, the Variety pack, and obviously you can play Expedition solely on Variety or just Attrition. So they've increased the amount of game modes, which I think they did. I think the next update I would like to see from Titanfall is they need more guns. There's not enough weapons in the game. There's not enough, like for example, if you're applying a secondary, there's a choice of 3 pistols. I mean, that's not enough for me. I think there needs to be maybe some more specialist weaponry. I don't know, chucking a bow and arrow or something, you know, I mean like a crossbow or something exotic. Like, or even like as you'll notice, I haven't actually played much of the game, and I don't not miss playing it. I mean, I played a lot initially, but then I kind of, I'll play it now and then. I'm not going to be like, I'm not hooked on the game. For me, it's missing something, whether it's just in-depth. I'm not sure. So I think they're going to have to release more. I don't know if they're just concentrating on the next one now. But I think they're going to have to really think about their next DLC, whilst, you know, bringing out a bit more integral elements. Maybe bring out some new weapons, some more customizations. I mean, you can't change the way your character looks. You can't change the way your guns look. It's just simple stuff like that. I think if they looked at just like bringing the game in, really making like the user be able to customize more, pick more weapons, maybe add a few different attachments, different sights, different etc. I mean, change reticles and stuff like that. I mean, going a bit more depth. Obviously, being their first game, they're going to be a bit of a teething period with elements like that, and they will integrate it as they bring out new games and bring out fresh DLC. So, I mean, as a first DLC pack, you've got 3 maps. Maybe next time, hopefully they'll bring out a few more, maybe chuck in a new weapon, and take it from there, really. So this has been Unit SP02, just talking Titanfall with you peeps. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace!